Hell yes! Your next comedian charges a whole hell of a lot for mustache rides, but they're worth every penny. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for David Leal!
Whoa! How we doing? Yeah. I've been listening to Bruno Mars all fucking day, so yeah, I'm doing good. I would catch a grenade for all of you. I would jump in front of a train, go through all of the pain, but would you do the same? Probably not, because you don't know me. That's okay. Let me tell you about me. I'm a big fan of black light felt posters. The kind where, like, in the black light they glow. Right? Those are exciting. I think the hardest thing about, like, figuring out the best place to put up a black light felt poster of a tiger in your home is it's explaining to Ticketmaster that you're buying insane clown posse tickets for real. Seriously. Not just like as an ironic joke. I love black light felt posters. Black light. Let me tell you about me. I'll tell you something personal. When I was a little boy, little chip, I was a little fat tub of lard. It was awful. I ate everything, all of it. Cake, chocolate, sausage, hot dogs. I love the Chicago Bears. It was, bad. It was bad, really bad. But I had an even bigger problem than just being a little fat tub of lard. I couldn't stop having sex with animals. Weird, right? Yeah, I fucked the shit out of some hamsters. I tell you. Or gerbils, to be a little classy. But what stands before you right now is a proud survivor of childhood obestiality. If I can do that, you guys can do anything. So round of applause for the future. Future. And one of my most favorite snacks too, when I was a little fat tub of lard, fucking hamsters, whatnot, whatever I just said before. Like on top of that, I loved Go-Gurt. Because, if you have to have Go-Gurt, it's got to be in a plastic tube. And it's like the most sick and terrible thing you could ever do to a child. Like, because, when I become a parent, I want my son or daughter to have a snack where you rip the tip off and put it in your mouth, to work a little shaft, just get a yogurt explosion all over your face. And I think about all the times I spent on my little plastic chair just sitting there, just like, sometimes I just wanted it so bad, I was just like, so bad in a real berry. I googled Brugelberry. It's not a real berry, Dannon. Nice try. Nice try. I'm not lying though. I want kids. I want to have babies, not a family. I just want babies. I think babies are neat. You know, they grow into kids and shit. That's kind of cool. I get down with that. I think I'd be a great father. I would. But like people say, it's hard. It's hard work raising a little baby into a man. I don't know. I don't believe that. Like we've all had kittens, right? Right? And eventually your kitten becomes a cat in like 4 weeks, right? You feed it enough, like a lot, it becomes a cat. And it's easy, like raising a child, it's a lot like raising a kitten, man. Like, when it shits on the couch, you just put it in the microwave. But no. Oh, golly, that came off wrong. You don't turn it on, you just scare it, you know? I'm not talking about like a naughty parakeet that would squawk all fucking morning when you're trying to drink and I'm so glad it's dead now. But I'm talking about a baby or a kitten. Whatever the hell I was just talking about like 2 seconds ago. I don't remember. I'm drunk. It's cool. It's fine. But I'm really good with kids though. That's why I want a kid. I'm good with them. Like over the summer I was at the pool and this little kid walked up to me and he had a little Snickers bar and he had chocolate all over his face. And it was so cute. And he came up to me and he's like, "Excuse me, mister, what's nougat?" And I was like, oh. Well, first off, sweetheart, it's nougat. I'm learning. Well, you see what happens in a magical forest, or little mushroom-dwelling tree elves. They make this thing called Nugent, and what it is, they take a magical blender, and they put in love, and care, and honey, and sugar, and they put it in this giant blender, and they shake it all up, and then they take puppy dog tails, and they take pain and octopuses and skin found from children all over the world, and they blend it all up, and then they mix it all up with a piece of wood with a nail attached to it, just start working it. Then they put it in a giant pot and they set it on fire. Then they cut their little hands and they put elven blood into the mix, so that's what shields it. And then they wait for it to harden. Then these fucking mushroom-dwelling elves have a goddamn orgy on top of all of it, and that's where Nugent comes from. Bottom line, I'm just really good with kids, man. Imagination. But something a lot of people don't know about me, I'm like a huge fan of blacklight felt posters, like those felt posters that they glow when you have a blacklight. And like the hardest thing about like finding the perfect place to hang up a blacklight felt poster of a marijuana leaf is like trying to find a website that sells the Arby's horsey sauce in bulk, and it's not actual horse semen, because I've been burned on that, allegedly. I don't know about you guys, but I love to party. Who likes to party? Anybody here likes to party? I fucking love to party. My favorite thing, I love throwing parties, but I like making the invitations for the parties. I like saying, like, party starts at 9, but it ends at question mark, because you don't know when the fucking party's gonna end, because it's so crazy. So what I always do, I always do the same shit. I make these crazy awesome invitations with the question marks, and then I wait for, like, all my friends to get there, and then they're all there, they're all having a good time, we're all sniffing coke, it's so fun, and then I wait for, like, all my friends to show up, then I turn off the music, and I say, all right, get the fuck out! And everyone's like, no, if you got the invitation, it was question mark, you mean you don't know when the fucking party is gonna, Carl, shut the fuck up, Carl, you got the first invitation I made, because I made sure you were here, crazy Carl, so fuck you, get the fuck out of my house, now, leave the drugs. Get the fuck out of my house now. What, are you confused? What, question mark? Exactly, get the fuck out! I love to party, bottom line. I'm partying right now. So good. Well, I don't know, let me get a little more personal. I'm a huge fan of like blacklight felt posters, you know? They kind of glow in the blacklight, and the hardest thing about figuring out like where to hang up like the Dale Earnhardt 3 with like the angel wing poster. Yes. The hardest thing about that is explaining to the cops like what really happened to your old lady. Ever happens to anybody but me. I'm old fashioned. I've been really busy lately. I haven't been sleeping a lot. I've been having a lot of what the hipsters call promiscuous sex.
Oh, goodness.
Have you heard of it? It's crazy. It's insane. But now I'm like on the pill, so it sucks. Well, it's not that bad. I mean, ecstasy? You guys heard of that? It makes promiscuous sex like way better. Leanne rhymes every time.
Oh my.
I know, right? It's crazy. My friends always come to me when they have problems. I don't know why. I have shitty advice, but they always come to me when they have problems. And they're all like, specifically, I had a couple friends who were like, I don't know, they had some stupid argument that I didn't give a fuck about, but they wanted to talk to me about it, so I had to listen because I was drunk, like really drunk, like very drunk. Like fucking Harrison Ford. Yeah, disgusting. But, and my buddy was telling me, he's like, you know what, I mean, I want to make amends with my buddy, but we just, like, every time we get in this, like, conflict, like, we always, like, pussyfoot around these issues, you know? Like, every time, like, we want to fucking resolve everything, but we keep pussyfooting, and every time I come out with pussyfoot, and he kept throwing around the word pussyfoot, and I was drunk as hell, so I was like, the only thing I would pussyfoot is a field of boners, and if you don't get that, let me just act it out for a second. God, there's a black one right there looking at me. Holy shit. Hang on. Oh yeah! Call me tomorrow! Call me tomorrow! Call me tomorrow! Ow! And that's what the world would be like if we had vaginas on our feet. Thank you very much, guys. I love you, Tintino.
Oh man, your next comedian is a good friend of mine. There's a little less of him on stage than we might remember, but he's still funny as fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nate Bjork!
Yeah!
How's it going, Argus?
Yeah!
All right. I don't know. I think let's get this set up here. I think if I that's the best you're gonna get from me all night.